What's good, guys? LM7 here, coming with another 2016 Star Wars review. This time we have another buildable figure, the First Order Stormtrooper. Alright, let's look at some details. Ages 7 to 14. This one is number 75-114, has 81 pieces, and is $19.99. These new Episode 7 figures come in series... I say series, they don't really say it on the box, but Series 2 of the buildable figure line, and they were released on January 1st. So, here's a picture of the box. This is the opening scene in Episode 7, if you've seen it. I mean, that's not a spoiler, that's just the background. So, here's the back. We can see all kinds of stuff. And the other figures. I will not be reviewing all of these figures because I only have the villains. Those are the only ones I cared to pick up. And new for these particular figures, on the sides of the box, they each have a little profile image from the main image on the side here. I just thought that looked kind of cool. So there's that. So no need to show you building anything because it's really just the final digital model here. Easy. 27 pages, small build, 10 to 15 minutes like all the other buildable figures. The only difference between this one and the other ones is it gets this small little picture. It's hard to see. There you go. Of Kylo Ren taking on Finn and Rey. That's really the only difference. So, let us get into the Stormtrooper himself. So, let's look at some of his details a little closer. You can see the chest detail. It's kind of boring. I mean, it's the same, they use the same chest plate for all the figures. You know, they just obviously change the color in the printing. But it's pretty standard white. I mean, that's what a Stormtrooper is. I think it's pretty accurate to the movie. I mean, what are you going to do if it wasn't? But it's pretty close with the, you know, the belt and all that stuff. You can see the little rank identification stuff right here. The legs are not printed at all. Kind of a bummer. They probably could have done that, but the standard white looks pretty nice by itself, and there's no arm printing or anything. For me, the main draw of this set is the newly molded helmet, and I just think it's a fantastic design. It's super accurate. I just think the piece is well crafted itself. Like it's a solid piece. And then there's just something about looking at it like this, like he's staring into your soul. And it even has little air vents at the top. The minifigures have this too. Just kind of cool. Let's get a look at the back. Nothing too spectacular here. They do give you a plate to cover up some of the Technic stuff inside. There isn't much, but they do give you a plate for it. And there's no printing on that. And you can see there's a little more printing. That black line goes around the entire helmet. So, apart from, you know, obviously being able to move and position them any way you want, use them as action figures, the main difference between these Episode 7 ones and the Series 1 figures is that they now have new blasters and some other features in some of the bigger sets. But first, you have this little pistol here, and you can simply remove it from his, or take his whole leg off. I suppose I can do that too. But I was just trying to remove it. So just like some of the other sets, there's just that little axle hole, and that's where you put the pistol. And he can hold the pistol, and I just wanted to show it. It's nothing, oh, it doesn't want to focus. There you go. It's nothing too special. It's just a small little Technic blaster. Kind of like the one that Luke Skywalker comes with. But the main thing you want to look at is this one, the large blaster. And you can see it actually has a couple real Lego pieces in it. And it has the new, well, this missile shooter, like they use in the sets, is included. So what you do is, you can pull this back and it shoots the missile, and I'll do that 1 second. I just wanted to mention this new gun mold is very nice. It comes in, I think, four of the new buildable figures. So, and they're all slightly different versions of it, but it is pretty nice, and I will demonstrate how it works. So, this bottom hole right here is where the minifigure holds it, where that little red axle goes. Be careful with the red axle because it can go straight through the gun, and I found that out the hard way, and it's really difficult to get it back out. So there's that. But otherwise, the little piece that you can see moving when I shake the gun is the piece that you move, and you just pull the trigger like you would a normal gun, and you just pull it back and it shoots. So just like this, and there you go, shot the missile, and you get a spare missile, which is always nice. And that's all fine and dandy. And you can also, with this little axle right here, you can hang it on his belt, but I feel like he's more intimidating with the blaster out, like this. So there's that, and the Stormtrooper with his blaster. I'm going to put this back on his belt. And this would be for, like, if younger builders get it and they want to, play with the figure. It has plenty of play features, and I don't know if I mentioned it in other buildable figures, but these are really well made for younger people who want to, actually do something like, you want to have a nice looking display model, but you also want to have you want to be able to play with it if you're younger. And that's a huge draw. So if you buy an Ultimate Collector set, you can't, you have the display part of it, and it's fantastic, but you can't really go around flying your collector's B-Wing because you'll probably break it, and it's not so fun to always be fixing those big ones. But anyway, that is all the features. I wanted to show a size comparison to one of the Series 1 models, and I thought it was fitting to do this particular character because they haven't done a normal version of the Stormtrooper yet, but they might in Wave 3, so I figured it'd only be suiting if we compared it to Darth Vader himself. So, looking at the size, obviously Darth Vader being a $30 figure is much bigger than the Stormtrooper. What does it say in the back of the box? And if we look, it says this Stormtrooper is a little shorter than the $20 sets in Series 1, but he is 9.2 inches tall, where the other $20 ones are 9.5. So he's a little shorter than Jango Fett, but Darth Vader is a full 10 inches tall, or something like that. I don't exactly know. I forget. But obviously Darth Vader is very tall in the movies, and he would tower over the Stormtroopers themselves, so that's always very nice. And they look pretty good together, actually. If you just, if they, change the helmet to a normal Imperial Stormtrooper, then this would be some kind of scene from a movie. But anyway, that's it for good old Darth Vader and the First Order Stormtrooper. Starting off 2016, I really like this model. I think he's a great addition, and you can army build with this guy if you really wanted to, I suppose. But yeah, he's great. He's one of the cheapest in the 2016 line of figures, and definitely a must-buy for anyone who likes Episode 7. So if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out. And stick around for 2 more figures, and then the main sets from 2016 so far. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.